Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Sayyidina Abul Qasim al-Mustafa Muhammad wa ahl baytihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. I welcome you to the program Month of Allah. It is the month of Ramadan. It is a special time for the believers, and it is a time that we need to focus on ourselves and our connection with God. During such a time, I ask you, brothers and sisters, what kind of feeling do you have? And I ask you, what kind of feeling should you have? I understand that when we look at the traditions from the Prophet and the Ahlul Bayt, that there are many traditions that bring about excitement and joy in this month. And one of these sets of groups is from the tradition that I'll read for you, is that if we understood how the month of Ramadan, how blessed it was, if we understood its true significance, لَوَدَّ أَن يَكُونَ رَمَضَانُ السَّنَةِ, you wish that the holy month of Ramadan would equal one entire year. So this set of traditions show us excitement, show us joy, show us that we are becoming a guest of Allah. In another tradition, as we have in the famous sermon of the Prophet of Islam in the month of Sha'ban, before the month of Ramadan approached us, the Prophet of Islam says, he says that this is Shahrullah, it is the month of Allah. This is a great feeling that we should have as believers, that we are entering the time zone and the time period that is attributed to God. So this is one set of emotions that we have. But when we look at other narrations, there are also other emotions that we should be having about this month of Ramadan. Not only should it be excitement and joy and anticipation, but also on the other side we see narrations. For example, in the dua from Imam Sajjad alayhi salam in Sahifa Sajjadiyah, there are two sets of supplications that he has. One is number 44 and one is number 45. 45 supplication, the 44 is about the entrance in the month of Ramadan. The 45th is about the farewell to the month of Ramadan. In supplication 44, we read something very interesting, and that is, he says in his supplications, وَأَلْهِمْنَا مَعْرِفَةَ فَضْلِهِ وَأَجْلَالَ حُرْمَتِهِ, give me the knowledge of the excellence of this month, how much virtue it has, and also veneration of its sacredness. This is also a sacred month. Not only should we be experiencing joy, happiness, but also we should be experiencing caution. How are we experiencing caution? Because this is a sacred month. This is a month that has haybat. This is a month that is revered in the eyes of the believers. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, what should we be cautious of? What should we be worried about? And the answer to this is, because the month of Ramadan is so revered, is so great, we are afraid that, God forbid, maybe our actions will not be accepted this month. Maybe our fast will not be accepted. Maybe our prayers will not be heard because of maybe some sins that we might take. Or maybe, for example, the spirituality that we should be having this month, it should be at a very high level, and that we don't have the tawfiq of reaching those high levels. So we are also worried because our destiny is going to be determined in this month. So there are two emotions in this month: the emotion of happiness, excitement and joy, and also of veneration and caution. And this, in other words, can be termed as al-khawf and al-raja, meaning we have fear that we're going to perform well, and also we have hope in Allah's mercy, and also in Allah being a host and we are His guests. And a true believer puts khawf and raja in between, and at the same time he has veneration towards the month of Ramadan and its prohibitions, and is afraid of breaking the rules that God has made, and also has hope in attaining Allah's pleasure in this month. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.